Hey guys, what's up? This is another video. I don't know what I'm at right now. I mean, as in terms of how many videos I've actually uploaded, but this one is a fairly simple video, in my opinion, and that this one is more so directed towards Eric Bischoff. And he wrote, I believe on Facebook, oh no, on Twitter, which I don't even understand how this is possible because this is way over the limit to post. But he posted on Twitter, quote, "Seems like 90% of the audience loves what the loudest 10% hates. So who really matters? The 10%ers can't get over the fact that they are irrelevant. Ratings don't lie. Research doesn't lie. IWC smarks need to get over it." End quote. Now, for those of you who may or may not know, IWC is, well, what I am and what you guys are. The Internet Wrestling Community. That's been the name it's dubbed for God knows how long, and always probably will be dubbed. Now, that quote just really bugged me, and it bugged me enough to where I had to make a video on it. And, which is odd, as I move my camera all around, which is odd because I usually don't let it bother me. But it bothered me today, and there's a reason as to why. By that statement, he is saying that not all fans matter, and the diehards that are irrelevant. Like, am I the only one who caught that? I mean, every site I've been to today say, well, he does have a good point, he has a good point. No, he's insulting you. That's, to me, that's what it is. I mean, I'm not the one who wants to start a fire when it's not necessary, and that's not what I'm trying to do by any means. But his quote insinuates that not all fans are important to him, and that there's a lot who are, but then there are some that he's like, yeah, screw him, who cares? And I get what he's saying to an extent, but at the same time, you're still, I don't know what the right word is. I really don't. I mean, if he wants to berate his fans like that and expects to get away with it, sorry about moving my webcam, but if he wants to, then by all means, he can do what he wants. I mean, at the end of the day, he is Eric Bischoff. He has a huge hand in running TNA. They just had the name change, Impact Wrestling. I mean, TNA is successful. I mean, it was successful without him, but it's more successful now, in my opinion at least. But to me, that quote just, it bugged me beyond no end. Okay, you know what? Hold on, I'm going to fix this because I'm getting tired of looking at my webcam the way it is. So, I'm sorry for doing this mid-video, but I really don't care right now. I'm just still kind of worked up over this whole Bischoff quote because, to me, it's not true. It's like, if you want to berate your fans, fine. But, I mean, to me, you shouldn't even do that, because ultimately they make up. I mean, they're your customer, If I went into work saying screw you to every customer, or let's put it this way, if I said screw you to 10% of all my customers, I would still get fired in a heartbeat, and chances are nothing's going to happen to him. But I think at the same time, to me, it should raise a cause for concern that he's really showing that he doesn't care about all the fans. And I know people might say, oh, don't make it a big deal. It's not a big deal. And I guess it's not, but it's just one of those things that just irk you to no end, to where you just, you have to, just say something about it. Next up, a little small tidbit here. Urban Wrestling Federation, they signed a new clothing deal, as if anyone really cares. Also, we have, let's see, Averno denies signing with the WWE. Now, for those of you who may or may not notice, they want Sin Cara to look even more badass than what he already does, and by doing that, they decided to sign someone from Mexico that he has wrestled quite a bit by the name of Averno. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Evento. I don't know. But this is from eWrestlingNews.com. It's where I go. It's like a social networking website. It has a forum, a blog. You can create a profile. It really is a sweet website. So they get a little plug, I guess. But yeah, he's denying that he signed with uh, WWE. Averno gave an interview yesterday denying that he is going to WWE and said that his focus is taking La Mascaras' mask. However, his father, who is a CMLL referee, has confirmed in a separate interview that Averno is headed to WWE. So it seems like it's a half and half thing. The direct source himself is saying no, but his dad is saying yeah, which kind of, in a weird way, reminds me of China when she had all those allegations of her going back into porn. Her representative said they're totally untrue, they're false, she's not going into porn. Uh, but yet, the trailer was released. I obviously didn't see it, but I mean, it's not false if the evidence is literally on tape. So it is what it is, I guess. But at the same time, I mean, anyway, that's what this whole Averno thing reminds me of. And tell you the truth, I don't really care too much because, well, for the main fact that it's likely true, because I think that Sin Cara, okay, he basically only has a certain amount of stars that he can compete against. And since he's on SmackDown, he's doing that whole thing with Chavo and, Chavo, Daniel Bryan. I think he could wrestle Sheamus. I really do. I don't think they will let him. But to me, that'd just be a very. It'd be entertaining. I don't know who'd win exactly, though. I love the whole David and Goliath classic matchup. And we've always seen those kind, and I really think that those are sweet kind of feuds. Like, yeah, go figure. Now I can't really think of any, but I don't know. I think that I don't think Sin Cara will be a world champion anytime soon. Like they are pushing Del Rio to be. I think that Sin Cara is gonna have to wait maybe about, I'd say maybe 3 or 4 years, because to me he just doesn't seem like the guy they're going to want to push right away, and that they want to easily craft him. And I'm glad with a lot of these new stars, they're really building them up to be something. You look at Sin Cara, you look at Alberto Del Rio, you look at, even though technically she is gone, Karma, and that they're building them up, and then they're pushing them to their limits, which is what they need to do. I think that when Karma comes back, the Bellas are done. Let's just call it right now. And I think I don't know if it was necessarily smart for them to make her into a face, but I think what they were trying to do ultimately is to create that hateful face, like Randy Orton is now, and that he's supposed to be the bad guy, but he's coming across as good. And they're doing the same thing with Karma, and I love that whole mindset and that attitude. And to me, the earliest version was Stone Cold Steve Austin, and that he was the bad guy that you were supposed to hate, but everyone loved him. I mean, it is what it is, and I think that Karma is going to be a huge star. I would love to see Sin Cara as a heel. I know I'm kind of jumping around a little bit, but Sin Cara, the only thing about him is that people are gonna want to see a Rey Mysterio Sin Cara match, which may or may not happen. Fine, but I think that you really gotta push the guy. I mean, you don't have to make him like a mid-card champion or even a world champion. I think that you just gotta, start him in a feud other than Chavo. I mean, Chavo, he's putting him over well enough, and I thought at first that they were going to give Chavo a huge push, but it looks like it's just going to be all Sin Cara. I just don't see them really pushing Chavo anymore. I think that after this feud, he's going to be done, to be honest. That's just my opinion, but I don't know. So, yeah, that's another addition for you. I just want to say, though, before I go, that Eric Bischoff, to me, has always been slime, and that I never take what he has to say for granted, because he has no respect for the fans. And when you don't respect the fans, you don't respect the product, and you don't respect yourself. And so, if anything, this was a little message to Eric Bischoff, because he needs to understand the fact that you cannot go around bashing your audience. To me, that to call them irrelevant was just like, that wasn't the worst, obviously, but the fact was that he literally went out of his way to say that some of his fans are irrelevant. The same fans that pay money to see the product. That doesn't make sense, you know? And like I said, this is a little message to Eric Bischoff because I think that if he never came into WCW, I think WCW could still very well, damn well, be alive. He's done a hell of a lot for WCW. NWO, Bill Goldberg, Thunder. He did a lot for that organization that really put them over the top. And obviously he crushed WWE for a long time. The point is with Eric is that when he gets started, he can't turn off that switch to where he thinks that he's always going to be better than everyone else, and he's always been that way. To me, Eric's just, he's slime to me. I just don't know how else to put it. He wants to say research doesn't lie. I don't understand what he means by that in a way. What research? That the 10% are irrelevant? Those 10% are still tuning into your product. So what research is being done? I don't get that. And he also says ratings don't lie. Well, obviously ratings don't lie. No one's disputing that. That's why his whole quote just doesn't make sense. I'm going to reread it one more time. Seems like 90% of the audience loves what the loudest 10% hates. So who really matters? The 10%ers can't get over the fact that they are irrelevant. Ratings don't lie. Research doesn't lie. IWC Smarks need to get over it. Get over what? I don't understand what he's complaining about. TNA, I'm going to be honest, they're not the best, but they're kicking ass right now. And he's going out of his way. He's going on Twitter and typing what he is feeling. To me, it's like, you're not that important, dude. If Vince McMahon was to say that, there would be controversy everywhere. But the fact is that you're Eric Bischoff, and this is the way you always have been. I'm not trying to be a psychologist by any means, but the point is that you are, in a way, feeling sorry for yourself. And that whether if it's because TNA is number 2 or whatever the case is, you feel like you have to go out of your way to bash the fans who make your product. You see, it's going full circle. So, I mean, I don't need to keep ranting about it, but it was stupid for him to do that. But anyway, I will see you guys next time, and thanks for watching.